that's true. Naked Palpatine.
Oh, you pick that one. Fresh out of the clone tank, nude Palpatine is my
Well, that's the first thing I think of when you say Dark Empire Palpatine.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the Star Wars Expanded Universe, now redubbed by Disney, or Colonel Lucasfilm, whichever way you slice it, Legends. Today, I have for you, I guess the third chapter of the Legacy comics. I'm just kind of going by what I feel would be like a good conclusion for an arc. So from here, non-spoiler wise, we find the hidden Jedi temple. Cade has escaped from Crate. He's gone to this hidden Jedi temple. We not introduced, but we dive a little bit more into the Imperial Knights characters. We meet one of Cade's family members. And we end a crossover event that publication-wise is all around the same time, but chronologically has been a very, very long time since we last saw this arc, which was during the Rebellion era. So it's been a while with, I will say, Celeste Moore. And that gets concluded here. And with that also, Crate is dead. No, not really. Dead. He's going to be out of the picture for a while. But he's seemingly killed here, which is why I felt like it'd be a good little stopping off point. But he's not dead, so it's not a spoiler. But, but overall, fantastic section. I forgot to also mention there's Garstazi and his whole thing with go up against the Imperials and the Sith. The Sith are also being racist to the Mon Calamari and killing them, genociding them. It's a whole thing. The Mon Calamari never get a break. They're always sushi. I personally am not a big fan of that entire section because I don't like the art. For something so serious going down as an entire genocide of an entire populace, they give it the most cartoony drawings ever for it, which just completely... It gives me a tonal confusion shift going on where, on the one hand, they're massacring little Mon Calamari fish people. On the other hand, Crate looks like a chibi figure. Looks like a little cute little version of himself. And I'm meant to take it seriously. And it is meant to be taken seriously because of the subject matter, but it looks bad, in my opinion. I know art is subjective, but like you go from Jan Turismo, and that's the majority of the art in here, to this, and it's just disgusting. And I hate it. I don't like it. So I'm not for it. Which just bleeds into the Garstazi stuff, which is actually pretty good, but it's with this art that I don't like, so I'm just having this shifting balance. On paper, it's fine. If I read it in a novel, I'd be pretty solid. But having to look at those visuals, it's not great to me, personally, so... But anyway, Garstazi is a really cool character, though. One of the best Duro characters we've had in the entire Expanded Universe. But anyway, without spoilers, that's going to be about the gist of what I talk about. But anyway, this whole subsection, this goes all the way up to like issue 32. It's in the early 30s here, so you got another 20 issues before we're done with the original run of Legacy. So we're nearing the end. But it's been fantastic so far, as it continues to be. Cade is such an interesting protagonist. Because... a lot of people like to argue, and I know the authors of New Jedi Order wanted to argue this as well, that there is no such thing as dark side or light side, there is only you. And if you go to the dark side, it's because you are bad. And it was always a choice. There's never been a supernatural thing behind it controlling your actions. It's always been up to you, which is just blatantly not true with the rest of the Expanded Universe. But even here, because the comic book treats it as a special thing. If it wasn't special, if it truly was everybody's choices that make them who they are, and there was no influence by any other factors, then Cade would be nothing special at all. But what makes him so unique is that he teeters on the dark side, right? It's like he has a brick wall. Dark side him. And when he needs to, that wall crumbles and he allows it through. But immediately as soon as he's done using it, that wall is rebuilt. It's amazing because even Luke Skywalker, who's far more powerful than Cade is, he feared the dark side so much. Cade can laugh in its face. But the reason for that, there's a moment where Celeste Moore is talking about Cade, and she says that he shuns power. And that's the thing. He, unlike everyone else, because even Luke Skywalker was tempted because he fell to darkness in Dark Empire and then feared it for the rest of his life and tried his hardest to stay away from that. But Cade never wants power. He doesn't want to be stronger. He doesn't want to be better. He doesn't want to be the best. He's not. The dark side doesn't have anything to offer him because he doesn't want it. He vehemently hates it. He doesn't want power. He shuns it. He shuns himself away from responsibility and duty. He wants nothing to do with it. And what's interesting is if you think about it, like when you're doing a Jedi mind trick, you can do it on the weak will, but you can't do it on the strong will, right? Well, Cade's will, his want of not wanting power is so strong that he can access the darkness and use it without it corrupting him. And it affects him. You can see it. He is definitely making him angry. It's definitely affecting him. But he never lets it affect him too much. Because like I said, he breaks the walls, allows it to come through to do what needs to get done, and immediately builds it back up so it can't completely cross that barrier. And it makes him a really unique and just interesting character, beyond just being an edgelord, which he definitely can be. But there is an aspect to it which is just really compelling, that, everything with his dad and everything, and the Sith taking over, and he's just wanted to run away from it all. And part of that makes him some of the most powerful. I mean, the fact that he can hold the mayor's talisman, and this is getting into spoilers, so I'll stop here, but Cade is super OP, and he's the only one who can do certain things that he can do. So, yeah. Gonna get into spoilers now. If you don't want that, time to bail. I'm gonna where I should continue from here. Cade. I think we talked about last time the Asharad Het's origins. We're going to skip that. There's a lot of stuff with Garstasi, like I said, and the Mon Calamari. Like I said, those sections are fine, but for me, they're not my favorite aspects of the series. Cade and Delilah have this really nice moment because she's super mad at him because, of course, with Talon and everything. But they have this good scene together that's really, really great. We also learn here that Trisal, who was dating Thom, we're not dating, but with, back in the Clone Wars era, she's still around, which is pretty cool. And of course, we know that Kukrok is still around. When they finally make it to the Jedi Temple, Hidden Temple, we finally get Sin's backstory and learn, that a Jedi killed his father, which is why he's been so vehemently against Jedi. But then we learn, we have his perspective as a child, and then we have the truth, which is that his father was not a good man. And that the Jedi only killed him as last resort. Then we get introduced to probably one of my favorite, not my favorite character, but I really, 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 really love Booster Tarek in the Stackpole books, and Bantha Cade's uncle, Bantha Skywalker, Nat Skywalker, is one of the best additions to this entire comic book run. In fact, he is the sole reason that I really want a Jude Watson young adult series with a young Nat and Cole, and see what that was like. And then Wirelock goes to Adendu's tomb because Krait's hurting and he needs help. So, let me get this straight. So, in this very EU, this expanded universe that people praise and we can have a ancient Sith Lord. Not a spirit, not a ghost, not a Force ghost. No, his actual dead body walking around. and fighting Darth Warlock, and we can. That's insane to me. But apparently that's not too far stretched for other people. That's just completely in the realm of possibility within this franchise. So if that's possible, like, what about Supernatural Encounters, the novel, is worse than that? Because that's pretty out there, I have to say. It's one thing that Darth and Den do, which originally his whole thing was he learned how to live forever, and then of course he eventually died. That's one thing, right? That's what Plagueis was trying to do. That's what Bane was trying to do. But reanimating your dead corpse? Literally where? Like, that is a supernatural thing. It is not a scientific thing. But, anyway. Yeah, that's what I have to say. So, it was cool, but I don't want to hear anymore about that. So then we have Celeste Moore, and we get caught up on everything with her. Last time we saw her during the Rebellion era. She, of course, was also in the KOTOR era and the Dark Times era. What's also super cool, everyone that has gotten infected by the plague that's been, an important character in Dark Times is just murked and gone in that crossover event forever. But here, Cade can actually heal the plague. Like, that's incredible. What an OP guy. And I already mentioned how Cade shuns power. But, near the end of the arc, Cade gets the thing on him, and it doesn't do anything. Cade laughs it off and breaks it. And then Warlock betrays Crate, and Crate is seemingly murked. Is he? I don't know. You have to watch to find out, or read the rest to find out, but that's pretty much how this arc ends. Like I said, overall, mostly phenomenal. Even the Garstazi stuff is pretty good. I just hate the art. So, that's my thoughts. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you as we talk more about the Legacy comics in the next video. Till then, guys, may the Force be with you.